Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression-style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. Here I am playing the third scenario from the Angmar Awakened cycle, Across the Ettenmoors. There's no flavor text on quest card 1A. So, I did not take a mulligan with this deck, because I had a forest snare in my hand right away, which is what I really wanted. I did with this deck because I initially did not have Heir Valandil. I now do have Heir Valandil. I also have Jindine Hunter, which is another good thing to start with. Tighten our belts would complete the set of everything that I want to start with, really. So, setup. Set aside each of the 3 Across the Ettenmoors side quests and each of the 4 locations with the safe keyword. The rules here. Objective locations. Blah blah blah. Well, they're guarded. That's all very normal stuff. Guarded has come up before. Safe. New keyword. When players travel to a location with the safe keyword, immediately return all engaged enemies to the staging area. While a location with the safe keyword is the active location, ignore the when revealed effects of all treachery cards. Treat the printed text box of all encounter side quests as if they were blank, and enemies do not make engagement checks. At the end of the quest phase, if a safe location is the active location, add it to the victory display. So, here, reveal one of those side quests at random and one of those safe locations at random, adding them to the staging area with the safe location guarded by the side quest. Search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Savage Troll Spawn per player and add them to the staging area. Shuffle the remaining side quests and safe locations back into the encounter deck. The first player gains control of a Marthiel, so I'll just grab a Marthiel now. He's the same as he was in Wastes of Eriador. The Savage Troll Spawn, 36 engagement cost, 1, 2, 3, 6. Get +1 attack for each damaged character the engaged player controls. So, side quest and safe location. There are 3 side quests and 4 safe locations, so a random number 1 to 3. 2. Forage for food. Okay, frustrating one to start with, but I'll manage. And random number 1 to 4. 4. Patch of woods. Need to play card effects. They're all immune to play card effects and guarded and safe, obviously. Response: after you travel to Patch of Woods, each player adds 1 resource to each of his hero's resource pools. Okay, that may well be useful. As usual, I'm going to keep side quests over here. Yeah, actually, although I said forage for food is frustrating to start with, really, it's scavenge for supplies is the one you really don't want to start with. Lie low is probably the nicest one to have at the beginning. Yes. What little rations you managed to recover after your imprisonment have run dry. If the trolls or the colds doesn't kill you, starvation surely will. There must be some food to find in these barren hills. And so I shuffle the other side quests, safe locations, and 2 of the Savage Troll Spawn back into the encounter deck, leaving just 2 Savage Troll Spawn in the staging area. That is everything for my setup. You have escaped from the prisons of Mount Graham, but you are not safe yet. Forced. At the beginning of the quest phase, if there are no encounter side quests in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side quest is discarded, reveal it, and add it to the staging area. Forced. When a side quest is defeated, place progress tokens on Into the Ettenmoors equal to that side quest's quest points. And so, let's Control N. Begin the quest. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to play a Jindine Hunter. Completely free, of course, so Okay, yeah, let's grab the Ruthless Hill Troll. And shuffle the encounter deck. Oh, yes, forage for food. Forced after one or more resources are spent from a hero's resource pool, deal 1 damage to that hero, and response after this stage is defeated, heal 1 damage from each hero. So, of course, since the Doom Line Hunter is free, I did not have to take any damage there. And I'm not going to play anything else. Because I could use Bearable to draw cards for this deck and see if I find anything else I want to play. Though it's not particularly likely. So maybe I'm going to leave it on this hand. So from this hand on the other hand. Yes, from this hand on the other hand. Yeah, okay, so with Damrod's ability I can pay 2 for this Forest Snare, which I play immediately onto the Ruthless Hill Troll. And these two take damage, and I draw a card because a trap attached. Downed Runes, alright, let's play that Downed Runes. Discard the Athenian Pit. And I'll just leave it at that. Now let's see, I'm not hugely bothered about trying to complete the side quest all in one go, so I don't think I need to send Beravor on the quest. Halbrad will quest without exhausting. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is 2 threats in the staging area. Should be reasonable. And we reveal. Obviously, I am questing to forage for food. Called from Angmar. Each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. Actually, yeah, if I'm not questing with Bearable, then I will draw the cards right away. Okay, so since this is the relevant point, since I have tightened our belts, I want to avoid spending resources, which means that I'm more reluctant to play a test of will. I probably wouldn't have played it anyway. So let's put the damage on drain. Drain and Bearable, and this attaches to forage for food. And Trollfells. 1 threat, 6 quest points. While it's the active location, where the cards gain doomed 1. I don't know if there are any weather cards that aren't treacheries, but regardless. When revealed, if Trollfells is not revealed guarding a safe location, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a location with the safe keyword and attach it to Trollfells guarded. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, safe locations. I have 2 side quests coming up. So yeah, this one is healing when you travel there. This returns a card from the discard pile. I definitely don't need that yet. And this one draws cards. So I'm going to grab the card draw one. And shuffle the encounter deck. So I've added 1 threat. I make 5 progress, which is not quite enough to push through the quest. Almost managed it all in one go. Now I think I will travel straight to the Trollfells. It's the only location I have, so I may as well. And then with Halbrad I can optionally engage both of these Savage Troll Spawn. So this guy doesn't attack. Both the Savage Trollspawn are attacking for 3 because I have 1 damaged character. So Marthiel will defend this one. He takes no damage. Now Halbarad will defend, and Dory will exhaust to add his defense to Halbarad. So I'm defending for 4, plus 1 attack for each quest card in play. That's 2, so that's 5 attack against 4 defense. Halbarad takes 1 damage. And then, since I have infighting, I may as well deal a couple of points of damage here. They may come in handy later. Okay, make camp being in the discard pile is kind of useful. Useful to know because I definitely want to be able to heal things up with these Savage Trollspawn and Call from Angmar will be in effect. I will be playing Titan Our Belts in the refresh phase. And Control N. Okay, Blood of Numenor. And Ally Elrond. I was hoping for a Warden of Healing, really, under the circumstances. But, yeah, I may well be able to manage this. So, I should play another trap. And, I mean, I might be able to manage with just playing another trap and nothing else. Of course, yeah, this has 6 quest points. That's... yeah, maybe I shouldn't have travelled, actually, just to make sure that I get 3 forage for food. As it is, I need to make 7 progress, so... that may be a bit problematic. So yeah, of course, I could just use Elrond to discard Cold from Angmar and get text boxes back, but that would feel like kind of a waste. Obviously, I'm going to get the healing on all my heroes when I explore forage for food. The upside of playing Elrond would be the willpower, though I could get that by playing East Road Ranger, since I'll be questing to a side quest. Mablon would 2 willpower equally. Well, let's see, I'm going to be questing for 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10. And that could be 13 or 12. Which is pretty reasonable. Yeah, I don't have any Dunedain allies over here. So they'll have to wait. But okay, yeah, so let's pay 1 Poison Stakes and take a damage, and then pay 3 for an East Road Ranger and take some more damage. Over here, I'm inclined to play nothing. I could play Unexpected Courage or Star Brooch. But if I do, then I'll definitely still have some damage even after doing quite a food. So I'm inclined to say we'll probably be alright. So quest number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 against the empty staging area. I need 7 progress. Yeah. Cold from Angmar again. Okay, so Dory and Mablong. Oh, and that gains Doomed 1 because of the Troll Fells. So Doomed 1. And a Savage Troll Spawn, which lands on the Poisoned Stakes. This deck draws a card. Forest Patrol, okay. So that's 13 against 1, I make 12 progress. So, and that's enough. And now, yeah, so this goes, and this also goes, and technically this all kind of happens all at once. So it's not until after the quest is gone, well, the quest and the location are gone, that I get to trigger responses on either. So in fact I trigger the response of the quest going first to heal 1 damage from each hero, and also Cold from Angmar is gone, so I can now trigger Idrang and ready her because I explored the location. Oh, and the forced here, I put 6 progress onto the main quest, because that was the number of quest points on the side quest. And these 2 safe locations are now in the staging area. I could immediately travel to one, get more resources, or I could draw more cards. But I'm not sure that I actually want to do that right now. And I think I might prefer to just hold off. And I can do it next round. Now, let's see, I theoretically could deal with the additional Savage Troll Spawn. Do I want to is obviously the question. And maybe it's obviously kind of risky. Riskier than just sticking with the 3 that I've got, but I mean, next round I'm going to have. Next round it's possible that I may want to go to a safe location or not. I'm not sure. Maybe I should. It's only 1 threat. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it up there. Because the point is, obviously, this doesn't attack, and this time I defended Idrang, boosted by Dory to 4 defense, and Matthew. And okay, so looks like I would have been fine, because obviously, if I engaged the Savage Troll Spawn, they would all be 2 attack, and so I'd have 2 defenses for 2 and 1 for 3, and that would be fine. But with shadow effects factored in, it would have been a bit riskier, and obviously as soon as one of my defenders takes damage, the troll spawn will increase in attack, which means that I take more damage, which means the next round they're more attack again. And I have the option of going to a safe location and pushing them all back into the staging area, but I would rather save that. I should not have drawn this card because at the time Damrod's text box was blank, which means I also shouldn't have been able to afford the poisoned stakes because they would have cost the extra resource. I think I still would have prioritized the East Road Ranger, but I should have one more resource. So I guess we're doing the one on the wand, and she has one less damage. There are potentially a lot of things to keep track of in this quest, and I'm trying to keep track of all of them. Yeah, so yeah, I have the option of going to a safe location if I get overwhelmed by having too many damaged characters and lost too much attack on my savage troll spawn, but I would rather keep that as an option rather than something that I'm going to be forced to do, which it potentially could have been. So this is fine. Control N. Okay. And now I have this forest patrol. And I'm going to have this deck draw 2 cards. Okay. So Valandil. Exhausted. Now, of course, this is where it would have been nice to have this Savage Troll spawn, because then I could have played this Warden of the Nimnas for free with our Valandil. But playing it for 1 is still pretty good. Now, let's play the Unexpected Courage. Prioritize that over the Star Brooch, I think. And that'll be it for here. Over here, now I definitely can play the Poisoned Stakes. Oh, yeah, also the Doomsday Hunter was going to attack this guy again. So 2 more damage. Now he has +2 attack and +2 defense. The defense is relevant if I want to keep stacking more damage on him. The attack obviously is not because of the Forest Snare. And let's see, what else should I play? Well, I should play Madlong, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think I want to go for Am-I-On run right now. So, Madlong it is. And, of course, after you enter the play, choose an enemy to get +5 engagement cost until the end of the round. Then you may engage that enemy or return it to the staging area. So, I definitely don't want this deck to engage an enemy. I could send one of these enemies back to the staging area where they'd be hit by the poison stakes, but I don't really want to do that. If I can keep my damage under control, then the Savage Troll spawn are fairly, well, very manageable enemies. So I'd rather keep them and let the stakes happen to something else. So, at the beginning of the quest phase, there are no encounter side quests in play, so I have to discard from the encounter deck until I get a side quest. So, there are only so many side quests in the deck, so this discard effect can take a while. And okay, that's Frustrating. You lost your way in the vastness of Arnor. You must search around until you can find your trail again. Each player places all cards in his hand face down underneath Lost in the Wilderness. So, not global. I wish there was an easier way to do this, but there really isn't. No, there really isn't. Other than just drag one card at a time. But, of course, on the plus side, Lost in the Wilderness only has the 4 quest points, so of all the side quests I could have gotten, it's one of the easier ones for me to complete. And I actually haven't lost anything too crucial, I don't think. So, there is one threat in the staging area. I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 7, so attack 3 engaged enemies. 9, 11, 13, 16 against Lost in the Wilderness. And we reveal Rugged Country, which, since I'm questing to a side quest, is 4 threat. And Biting Wind. Assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X is the number of characters committed to the quest. So, okay, that's 5 threat. I'm going to make it through Lost in the Wilderness, which is great, but I have to assign this damage, which is less great. So, well, how many characters are questing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh no, not bearable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost managed to keep it off deck 1, but not quite. But I have successfully explored Lost in the Wilderness, so maybe I shouldn't have bothered dragging all those cards onto the table in the first place, since I knew the chances were pretty good that I'd get them straight back, but whatever. And that puts 4 progress into the Ettenmoors. Your trek through the Ettenmoors only gets worse as your injured company is pursued by hungry trolls and battered by cold and rain. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side quest is discarded. Reveal that side quest and add it to the staging area if able. So, shuffle the discard pile in and start discarding again. Right, here we are, scavenge for supplies. You risk drawing the attention of nearby trolls by venturing into their lair. Perhaps inside you can find supplies to help you get back to Rivendell. The cost to play each player card is increased by 1. Forced, when this stage is defeated, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a troll enemy and put it into play engaged with the player with the highest threat. Each player may play a card from his hand at no cost. But it doesn't actually do anything when revealed. And the land is barren and untamed. Food is scarce, and you must take care to avoid the trolls and other creatures that roam the moors. If you are lucky, you may find a safe place to hide and rest for a short time before your journey continues. Reveal 1 additional encounter card during the quest phase unless there is an active location with the safe keyword. So, I certainly could go to Rugged Country, but now it's a bit more tempting to go to one of these safe locations. That said, I mean, obviously, if I go to Rugged Country, then I'll have to reveal the extra card next round, and I'll have to deal with this increased cost. But on the other hand, there are much more quest points on safe locations, and the Rugged Country will be 4 threat because I do want to clear scavenge for supplies quickly. But then there are other advantages, obviously, to if I potentially go to a safe location. So yeah, I think. I mean, this is a tricky choice. No, I'm going to travel to the secluded cave. At which point, each player draws 3 cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Not what I was looking for in either case. And of course I return all engaged enemies to the staging area, which means that one of these savage troll spawn lands on poison stakes. And this deck draws a card again. Will I preserve it? Oh, it's something. But of course now, I do have the Hammerstroke, so I could actually engage everything now. It's a tempting idea. The Savage Troll spawn will be 3 attack each. So yeah, maybe not. I'll just use Halberad. So I'll engage 2 enemies. Then leave it at that. Move the other 2 up there. This guy doesn't attack. And I defend for 4. Take no damage. So I have 8 attack. And this guy's got a 3 defense. Let's actually no, yeah, let's do it here. So 5 more damage. Because for potential infighting, having 9 damage all sitting in one place, that's definitely potentially useful. At the end of the round, this Savage Troll spawn will take 2 damage from the poisoned stakes. And control N. And another Welling Hall Preserver. Okay, so now I'm tempted to Bearable for this deck, because I would really like the Warden of Healing to turn up. Meanwhile, over here, yeah, because I'm probably going to play that Northern Tracker. Yeah, let's go. Warden of Healing. Okay. So I play the Warden of Healing. And then what else? I can play another trap. And I probably should. So, poison stakes again. Yes, because I'm at a safe location, encounter side quests are considered to have blank text boxes, so I'm ignoring the increase to the cost of player cards. Over here, Heir of Valandil, I'm engaged with 2 enemies, so I can pay 2 for the Northern Tracker. I will also pay 2 for this Honor Guard. And now, since I will be questing to scavenge for supplies, there is 6 threat in the staging area. Could drop you Gandalf, but I don't think I want to. So I'm questing for 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 14, 16. I am not going to make it through this round. Let's see, I'm doing 2 cards. I need 14 progress. So I mean, if I added in Gandalf, then that would get me up to the point where I'd make it through if I revealed 0 threat. I suppose I just have to accept it that I'm not going to make it. Reveal Goblin Pursuer. 2223, 16 engagement cost. Damaged characters cannot be declared as attackers or defenders against Goblin Pursuer. Lands on the poison stakes. This deck draws a card. And Cruel Mountain Troll. 3629, 46 engagement cost. For each excess point of combat damage dealt by Cruel Mountain Troll, you must remove 1 progress from each quest card in play. I wish these had been the other way around, because this I could quite happily leave to be killed by poisoned stakes. But okay, so that's added 5 additional threat to the staging area. So I make 5 progress, which isn't even enough to get through the secluded cave. But at the end of the quest phase, the safe location is the active location, add it to the victory display. I don't think I want to go straight to the other safe location. Though it's obviously an option. That potential hammer stroke is getting riskier. No, I think this time I go to the right country. And I'll just have to deal with things being more expensive. Next round. Well, and for the rest of this round, I suppose. Now, I don't have to engage Savage Troll Spawn, I do have to engage this Pursuer. I probably should have played Blood of Numenor. That would have been useful. I'm going to... Okay, no, I'm not going to heal yet, but... Yeah, so I have to engage the Goblin Pursuer. I don't have to engage the Troll Spawn, but I could. I have definitely 1, 2, 3 decent defenses. both of the enemies that have poisoned stakes. Because that way I'm not stuck with something that's going to become a problem in the long run. Although I suppose next round I'll be at 36 threat and I'll have to take the troll spawn anyway. But yeah, I could 1, 2, 3, 4. I could let's try it. This is risky, but could be interesting if nothing else. So, does not attack. The troll spawns are currently 3 attack. So that's fine. And now let's defend against this guy. That's fine. And here, deal 1 damage to the defending character. Okay. And then I use my Warden of Healing. So now the troll spawns are down to their regular 2 attack. So this is fine. And Dory defends the last one, and is fine. And yeah, I could attack and deal 1 damage here, but then the Goblin Pursuer would be killed by the poison stakes, and I actually don't want that. Because I kind of want to still be engaged with 5 enemies. So at the end of the round, these 2 will take 2 damage each. And then we'll control them. Okay. I really want to get through Scavenge for supplies this round. It would be nice if I could find another forest snare. That would come in handy. So yeah, sure, let's go looking for another forest snare. Nope. Got Micro-Ended Advice, which I could play for 2 resources, but I think I would rather not. Let's see, I suppose I could play the Dunedain Hunter. I would be getting into very risky territory at that point, but actually, maybe not as risky as it might appear at first glance. I'm going to play. So, he's the only Dunedain ally I have, so I'll use it Erev Valandil. Because of course his cost is increased by 1 because of Scavenge for supplies, but then I can decrease it by 5 for the 5 enemies engaged with me. So let's look at the top 5 cards. And there are no enemies in there. Okay. I suppose that isn't a complete surprise, because there's 6 enemies already in play and some in the discard pile, but whatever. Okay, so Blood of Numenor costs 1 right now, so I should not do that. I could play Gondor in Fire, because I have more spare tactics resources than Spirit, but honestly, I think I'm just going to leave it. And over here, again, I think I'm just going to leave it. So, questing. There is 3 threats in the staging area. I would like to make 9 progress. Questing for 2, 4, 9, 11, 13, 15, 18. And we'll be revealing 3 cards. Yeah, I could get a little bit more willpower. Just to be sure. But no, this is alright. I think. I'll send the tracker. So I can send the hunter. So that brings me up to 20 against 3. And we reveal Biting Wind. Okay. So how many characters are committed to the quest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to cancel 1 damage with the Honor Guard. Unfortunately, I can't play Test of Will because Test of Will currently costs 2 resources. And it has to be characters committed to the quest, so I can't put them on the Honor Guard, for example. So I have 8 more damage to assign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Coldfell Giant. So... oh, and a third card, because I'm not at a safe location. Rugged Country, which is another 4 threat. So I'm making 10 progress. 2 here, 8 here, which is fine. So this goes to the nature display. This is Sword Midran Readies. Scavenge for supplies. I have to search the encounter deck and discard power for a troll enemy and put it into play engaged with the player with the highest threat. Each player may play a card from his hand at no cost. So let's look in the encounter deck. We are running short of enemies in the encounter deck. Given traps, I may want to leave them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going to a safe location, so I'm not hugely concerned about how dangerous the thing I put into play engaged with me is. So let's just go with the final Savage Troll Spawn, because it'll add less threat to the staging area when it goes back there. And each player may play a card from his hand at no cost. Well, okay, let's look on this side first. Obviously, it's going to be Treebeard because he's the most expensive. Whereas on this side, Gandalf is the most expensive, but he's temporary. So I guess Arwen? Yeah, Arwen. Of course, what I was sort of hoping for when I used Bearlord like earlier in the round to draw for this deck, trying to find Forest Snare. As I said, the hope there was that I get a Forest Snare, so then this deck would get an enemy out of the encounter deck, and then this deck would be able to play the Forest Snare for no cost to instantly snare the dangerous enemy that I pulled out. But obviously it was not to be. However, it doesn't actually matter that much because I'm just going to go to the safe location. Because I really don't think that I can deal with this many enemies. Fortunately, 2 of them will die at the end of the round, so I won't have as much threat in the staging area as I otherwise might. But it's still not ideal. So, Patch of Woods. After you travel to Patch of Woods, each player adds 1 resource to each of his hero's resource pools. And there are more attachments to go anywhere here, so I can just do that. And this sends all the enemies back to the staging area, and I'm really not prepared to hammer-stroke them all back down to me. But I can, with Halbrad, engage 2 of them, so let's take the Ruthless Hill Troll, and let's also take a Savage Troll Spawn that is not on poison stakes. So, now yeah, obviously shadow cards. This guy doesn't attack. Savage Troll Spawn is currently 6 attack. You get it down to 4. Or I could just play a feint. I've been managing reasonably well, so maybe I should just go for the feint. And then obviously in subsequent rounds I'll have thinking under control. Yeah, I'm just gonna and now healing. It's gonna be like this. I can get some more damage down. Okay, so I only need like 2 more damage on this guy will get me to maximum. And 8 attack here will get that's on him. So 5 attack here, 8 here, 5 because of course it's plus 2 defense, and 2, 5, 7. Seems fair enough to me. At the end of the round, these 2 are killed by the poison stakes. And Control N. Another Test of Will, which I'm not going to need. Okay, let's play that Mythander's Advice. Draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Truly has a resource. And let's see. Well, it's ints, which have been coming handy. I might want to save a few resources. Infighting is definitely a thing that I might want to do. And Nimrodel is not out of the question. So, okay, I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, well, I'll call Preserver. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, another Welling Hall Preserver. Use that for the moment at least. Put Blood of Numenor onto Halberad. Also put a Star Brooch onto Halberad. Let's draw 2 cards for this deck. Okay. Okay. My Northern Tracker. I will play Gondorian Fire onto Halberad as well. And okay, so there is 3, 6, 8, 10 threat in the staging area. And I'm going to quest for 3, 5, 7, targeting Halberad. 9, 11, 15, 16, 18, 20. Can I add any more? I can use infighting to kill off a 3-threat enemy. Oh, I haven't played a trap. I should play a trap. Yeah, okay, so let's also play these Blessed Stakes. But I suppose I could just play the Athenian Pit. I need nearby resources. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I can infighting to kill a 3-threat enemy. I'm going to make some progress. I suppose, yeah, I can. Again, I can send the Doomlane Hunter. I could send a Marthy Rule for an extra 1. But I don't. But no, I don't want to do that. So we reveal Mountain Troll. Lands on Stakes. Step draw a card. Tracker. Okay. And Trollfells. So let's go find a safe location. I think there's 1 left. Right, no, there'll still be 2. And I'll open the discard pile. Hang on. I'm not going to try and memorize all of this, but what I am going to pay attention to is shadow effects. Okay. There are a few problematic ones in there. shuffle, and where are these safe locations? The healing location could come in quite handy at this point. Retrieving from the discard pile, less so. So let's grab the healing location. I've added 4 threats, so I'm currently making 6 progress. I am going to pay 1 for infighting. And move 7 damage from this Ruthless Hill Troll to this Cold Fell Giant, which of course has 7 hit points, so it's dead. It was down to 11 threat, so I'm making 9 progress. 5 of it goes on here, 4 goes on the quest. Now, there's no point in me travelling here because I'll deal with it by Northern Trackers quickly enough. It'll take me 3 rounds to get rid of this with Northern Trackers, which I think is too long to wait, so let's just travel to it. Now, I do not have to engage the cool mountain trolls, I do have to engage the savage troll spawn. Who will be attacking for the damage on this guy? Yeah, they will be attacking for 6. But yeah, this is... I can cope, I think. Oh, and Idran is ready. So... Shadows... So I have to make 3 defenses. But yeah, technically I shouldn't flip that over at this point because it gives me information. So if I heal this guy, then that brings him down to 5 attack each. So let's defend with Idran, boosted by Dory. Okay, so we're defending 4. I'll cancel the point of damage from the shadow effect and take 1 damage from the attack. Get 5. I'll spend 1 resource for Blood of Numenor, so Halbrand is defending for 7. If the defending character has at least 1 damage token, he does not. So this is fine. Can't do any damage. Let's just move on to the next round. And now the waters of Nimerdale. Oh, and 2 damage happened here. So if I wanted, with Forest Patrol and infighting, I could kill off this cool mountain troll right away. Don't know that I want to go straight for that, though. So, well, Filling Pit is the only trap that I have. in their hand at this point, though I could play a Hammersmith to get back some poison stakes. But no, I think I'm doing alright. This is free and will get me an extra card. Pay 2 for a Wandering Ent. This is going out of sequence. I may want to play Gilboa's Council this round. So I want to save for that. Okay, it's not. Actually, no, it is going out of sequence because while I could save the Ranger of Cardolan for his response, I can just play him permanently with a Valandil for free. So I'll do that. Yeah, so save for Gilboa's Council, I think. Do I actually want that Wandering Ent? Could have the Amphibian Tracker, but no, I think this is right. So, this is going to be explored by Northern Trackers. I'll have to reveal 3 cards this round. There's going to be 6 threat in the staging area. So request for 3, 5, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 29, you go as Council, that's probably fine. So I am actually going to backtracking a bit, because if I draw something useful then I will play it. My mouse keeps disconnecting. Okay, so I was questing for 29. Oh no, it'll be 30. I will send Valley's Road Ranger, even though I'm not going to a side quest. I will also do some more healing. So I'm questing for 30. And I reveal Arnor's Bane. Starting with the first player, each player must either engage an enemy in the staging area with a higher engagement cost than his threat, or search the encounter deck and discard power for a troll or giant enemy and add it to the staging area. Deal each enemy that engages a player through this effect 2 shadow cards. Well, I could do that. So this deck is going to engage this Cruel Mountain Troll and deal 2 shadow cards, which incidentally increases my willpower by 1. And the other deck is yeah, it's some kind of deck on discard pile, so whatever I like from whichever spot. Okay, there are no more enemies in there. Obviously, I could have cancelled this, but I don't feel that I actually need to, so... And... yeah, I want a high engagement cost. So it's going to be the Cold Felt Giant. Shuffle. Oh, this has been explored. And this stage draws a card. Okay, so that was card 1 and card 2. Weight of Responsibility, reveal 1 encounter card for each quest card in play, which is just another card. So sure. Called from Angmar. This I may want to cancel. This I will cancel. And there's still 6 threats in the staging area, so I make 25 progress. And I am advancing the quest. Explore Troll Fells. Oh well, it's in the staging area. Igraine is ready. You are getting closer to the edge of the Troll Fells, but exhaustion has taken its toll. One way or another, this journey is nearing its end. Revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side quest is discarded. Reveal that side quest and add it to the staging area available. Your wounded companions only slow your progress. With trolls on your heels and foul weather overhead, you press onward. Each damaged character gets -2 willpower unless if there is an active location with the safe keyword. If the players defeat the stage, they have escaped the Ettenmoors with their lives and won the game. So, this is damage from each character in play. So yeah, that'll be handy. So I'm thinking about travelling to the Hallwell and then playing the Hammerstroke. I am going to feint the Cruel Mountain Troll. That was the plan all along. Now, because I'll have to deal with other Cruel Mountain Troll, and... Okay, so... After Coldfell Giant engages, you deal 1 damage to 3 different characters you control. Which will mean one of them can be the Doing Dive Hunter. I'll still... I could cancel 1 point of damage, in which case I would end up with 2 damaged characters. So the Savage Troll spawn would be 4 attack each. Yeah, I think I can manage that. So, I travel to the Hallwell. Just heal everyone. This returns all enemies to the staging area, but then in the encounter phase, I'm going to play the Hammerstroke to engage all of them. So, let's just neatly like this. And now, combat phase. Okay, I have... Oh, did I? Yeah, I was... Oh. Yeah. I completely forgot the when revealed. So, this is still there. Those 2 had already been dealt. Shuffle these in. And think there might be only one side quest left in the encounter deck. Oh no, there are two, aren't there? I think there are two. Okay, halfway through the encounter deck so far. There we go, lie low. Trolls and giants have been pursuing you since your arrival in these moors. Your company must cover their tracks so the vile creatures do not follow. Forced at the end of the quest phase, if no progress was placed on lie low this round, each enemy gets minus 20 engagement cost until the end of the round. Response: after this stage is defeated, choose an enemy in the staging area and shuffle it into the encounter deck. So, each enemy does get minus 20 engagement cost until the end of the round. I'm still going to do this thing where I travel to the Hallwell and then hammer stroke everything. So, when the Coldfell Giant engages me, I have to deal 1 damage to 3 different characters I control. I'll cancel 1 point of that damage, and then I'll deal 1 to the Honor Guard and 1 to the Dunedain Hunter. So I have 2 damaged characters, and the Savage Trollspawn are 4 attack each. And then I will deal the Shadow cards. Element Faint. That's Cruel Mountain Troll. There is 1 card left in the encounter deck. Okay. Pay 1 for Blood of Numenor. So Halbrad is 7 defense once again. I mean, I could actually just infighting one of these enemies to death. That might be a simpler solution than staying engaged with all of them, but nah, it's probably okay. So, let's see, I don't have to defend these 2. Halbrad can defend twice, so I guess he should do the highest attack ones. Then, got Idren plus Dory. And then I'm going to play Descendants of Kings. Which will allow Halbrad to defend another thing. And then maybe I will have to kill something off, otherwise I'm going to take damage. How many enemies am I engaged with? 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. It's probably reasonable. So, Halbrad will defend this. Okay, that's fine. I'll defend this. And if I discard 1 attachment he controls for each quest card in play, there are 2 quest cards in play. So I'm going to discard Gondorian Fire. I'm definitely not going to be using it. And the Starred Brooch. Idren plus Dory will defend this, deal 1 damage to the defending character. You know what I could have done? Oh no, I couldn't. Okay, so that 1 damage increases the attack of the Savage Trollspawn, so it's now attacking for 5 against Idren's 4. So she takes another point of damage. Okay, over here, let's play infighting. And move 2 damage here to here. killing this Savage Troll Spawn, so it doesn't get to attack. Oh no, sorry, no. I play Descendants of Kings before killing that Savage Troll Spawn, so I still get to ready 7 Dunedain characters rather than just 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I only have 6 that I can ready. It makes no difference. Halbrad is defending with this. Takes no damage. So now I want to throw a bit more damage around. How much can I do to the Cobfrog Giant? Can I attack for 10? Or over here, it's back down to 1 defense. So if I could attack for 10 again. I can attack for 10. Now I have 7. Damage there, 4 here, 3 here, that's 5 here. And yeah, there's the other side quest. I'm glad that it's going to be not in the encounter deck. Although, well, actually no, it will be in the encounter deck because I'm going to reshuffle because I had so many shadow cards. Yeah. Alright. And at the end of the round, Green Mountain Troll takes 2 damage. Control N. Warden of the Numinous is exactly what I was hoping to draw. And on this side, down runes, okay. Right. Treat it as a resource. Discard East Road Ranger. So obviously I'm going to play the Civilian Pit because it's free. Now, okay, so if I want to just complete the quest, I need 20 progress. Yeah, this deck is not playing anything in planning. This deck exhaust our Valendil and play this Warden Luminous for free. And then I might play Gandalf. How much am I going to be questing for? If I send absolutely everyone 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 35, 41, 42. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Whoever is going to draw cards for this deck, I will play that Honor Guard. And I will play Gandalf and drop my threat by 5. The honor guard is kind of irrelevant. Okay, so now I'm doing a quest for 2, 4, 6, 10, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 37, 39, 41, 43, 43 versus an empty staging area. Yeah, this is fine. I don't need Gilmore's Council. And we reveal Arador's Bane. Well, obviously... Oh, no, wait, I'm at a safe location. So, while the location with the safe field is the active location, ignore the when revealed effects of all treachery cards. So I ignore this. If I didn't, I could probably still deal with it, because the enemies wouldn't add that much threat to the staging area. But, in fact, I ignore it. And the Savage Troll Spawn, which lands here. Still draws a card. Finally found a second Forest Snare. Not that I needed it. And... so, let's see, how much damage is there on here? It's 2, 4, 6. I could heal up 4 of that damage with using resources to ready the Warden. Oh, of course, damaged characters would have -2 willpower if I wasn't at a safe location, but I am. It probably wouldn't really matter. But yeah, so that would improve my score by 4. Or I could play Waters of Nimrodel, which would wipe out all of the damage, but it would increase both dex threat by 3, so actually that would just even out, because I don't lose points for damage on my allies, only on the heroes. So yeah, if I hadn't had this safe location available, particularly with it being the one which healed everyone when I travelled there, then Waters of Nimrodel would have been absolutely crucial to get all my willpower back, and so on. But as it is, I'm just going to exhaust the Warden to heal, and then spend 2 resources to ready him and heal again. And yeah, so I'm questing for 43 against 1. I make 42 progress, of which 3 goes on the whole well, and 39 goes on here. So, massive overkill. I did not need to clear this side quest. I wasn't going to be... Well, I suppose since I sent basically everyone on the quest, I might have been a bit concerned about engaging all of these enemies, because it would have been all of... well, about still being engaged with all of these enemies and engaging this one is more the point, but... obviously I knew that I was just going to win the quest. And a pretty good score out of it. So that's across the Ettenmoors. It's... for a quest that's full of trolls and giants, it is surprisingly manageable. This isn't a strategy which I've generally done against it before. I've tended to just rely on sort of lower threat and ignored a lot of the enemies a lot of the time. Kept the damage off, so the savage troll spawn are relatively easy, and then take on enemies one at a time and engage them and kill them. But obviously, Dunedain can manage pretty well, and Dory, his ability to either be a decent defender himself or add his defense to someone else, that defensive flexibility can actually be kind of useful for a Dunedain deck like this. The fact he was a Sentinel was completely irrelevant, of course, because this deck never engaged anything as I intended. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye. See you for the next one.